People think E-Enduro is really easy, but actually it ranks as some of the hardest days I've ever had on a bike. It really mixes technical downhill terrain as well as the really hard power stages, you know, climbing uphill stuff that you think isn't possible. And then you still got to get from stage to stage with tight liaison times, racing between stages, making sure that your battery doesn't run out by the end of the day. You're constantly up against the clock, and it's just awesome racing. Yeah, really good so far. So for 2025, my goals really are to kind of put a bit more emphasis back onto my bike riding and racing. I really want to try and get to that top step of some of the bigger e-bike races this year, which I haven't been able to do in the past years without that specific time and preparation. So, but ultimately, still inside of me is a little bit of this desire to still want to prove myself and be competitive and still have my own little goals. So, hope I can fit it in. Waiting for it. One nice ooh, missed. Oh yeah, more clucked. Oh, there we go. My name's Tracy and I grew up on a farm close to the Malvern Hills in Worcestershire with my brother Ed. We rode bicycles on the farm just like all kids do, but before long he started racing mountain bikes and I was kind of tagged along as a little sister. And then the next thing I found myself at Nationals racing downhill, at World Cups, and then travelling the world, and something I've done ever since being 15 years old. Fast forward 30 years and I'm still racing bikes. I took a bit of a semi-retirement, let's say. In 2018 I had my son Toby, and then over the last few years I've kind of started to pick back up that bug for racing, and the advent of e-bikes and e-enduro racing has enabled me to kind of fill that gap really of getting back on the enduro scene, racing with an e-bike and finding that balance between normal home mum life and still wanting to be that kind of racer that I always have been. So this year, my family are going to be the team that support me at the races. In the years past, it's always been that World Cup factory team with the mechanics, the Swan years. But life now it's myself, James, and my son Toby. And I think we're going to make hopefully a really cool team unit, travelling in the camper van, on our own schedule, and just sharing that passion for riding and racing bikes in lovely places. So e-bike racing obviously is a new discipline, it's growing every year. So having the support from Bosch at the races, that tech support, you know, uploading software, making sure everything's running smoothly is really, really crucial. So looking forward to racing some of their events and their support at other European series that I'm doing as well. So training for the e-bike racing is something that I'm going to try and tackle a bit differently this year. So doing a lot more gym, got a little gym set up in the old milking parlour on the farm. And power stages is again something that I've failed at, I would say, in the past. I've always been okay at them, but I've never really focused on what I need to do to get better. So I've created a few little power stages in the woods on the farm, keeping again that close to home. Oh, he's giving me a challenge. And I think you also need that endurance strength. You've got to still be out on the bike all day. So it's a little bit of everything, to be honest. You really do have all-round skill set and all-round strength. Oh, the tree, yes! Woo! My saddle's a bit loose. So here we are, this is Tracy's power stage training ground. First attempt today, I've set up a course. It's about 1.5 minutes long, and basically it's going to test my skills up and down, super techie, tight, wheelie turns, all the things I want to work on. So this is the start of it, and hopefully by the end of the year I'll get better and faster and ready for some big races. So Joe's just done my first official time, 1 minute 25 seconds with a few fails, but the plan is that over the next 5 months I'm going to be able to beat that time. make it up all the steep chutes and just get better at basically riding my e-bike on a power stage. So it's a good start. So here we are at the first ever E-Enduro series, a new European series for e-bikes. We're here in Belgium, a really renowned racing spot for the Belgian Enduro series. Done practice today, it's been pretty slick. Now heading up for the power stage race run, so just hope I have a bit more luck than this morning and I manage to make it up all the slippery climbs, but we'll see. So this year with the power stages, I really want to try and be a bit more aggressive, but there's such a fine line between being aggressive and making a big mistake that's really costly versus kind of being cautious and making little ones that you know you can get away with. And tonight was a pure example of I tried to go a bit more aggressive but still ended up being cautious. So happy to have won, but also frustrated that it's not really what I wanted to kind of change for this year. So on to the next one and see if I can actually have that aggression. So race day here in Belgium, sun's out, it's super early. I'm still a little bit half asleep and rushing, but yeah, looking forward to a nice big day on the bikes. Wow, stage 3. Some really cool crowds making you go a bit faster than you need to, so yeah, some sketchy moments. Managed to stay on somehow, a bit of no-footed action, but yeah, really good so far. Hey, that's mine, I was going to eat that now, yes please. What do you want to know? So just back at the pits, having a battery change after 4 stages, halfway in. Having some sketchy moments, but thinking like I'm riding pretty okay, having fun, which is the whole point of it. And yeah, ace to be back racing. Yeah, super happy. So ended up winning the first round of the European Series here in Belgium and against some pretty stiff competition. I've not won an e-bike race in I can't remember how long. I've been second so many times. So it feels amazing to get the season off to a start like this, and yeah, just looking forward to the rest of the year now. So the next month I'm going to be back home. I'm going to be working on my power stages at home to keep that training going. Also got a lot of things I want to work on in terms of technology with the bike. There's a lot of time I know I can gain from updating a few things, so looking forward to that. And also will be at the first Bosch eMTB challenge that I'll be doing in Villingen Bike Festival. So loads coming up and hopefully lots more time on the bike.